so we're here with Jimmy and his McLaren MP4-12C 2014 Spider. This is kind of a project car for Jimmy and Drag Times, and what we did is we kind of transferred it from all stock and did a lot of things specifically related to performance. We took it to Fabspeed, or we ordered a bunch of Fabspeed parts and put it on, and we did before and after testing for every bit of it. So we got catless downpipes.
Yep.
We have
sports exhaust.
The sport exhaust,
which we modified. We cut a center section out.
That's right, because the Spider comes with a resonator in the middle. So we'll show some pictures of that up here. But basically, we took the resonator out of there, lightened it up a little bit, and then how much horsepower? Well, we're going to show you right now. We took it to the before and after dyno. We did before and after testing with VBOX, and as well as took it to the track. Even though it's been kind of nasty weather down here in South Florida, so we don't really expect breakthrough numbers on the car until the weather starts to cool off again. We can get it to the track for one of our upcoming track rentals. But nevertheless, you can definitely see the power gains that it picked up from the Fabspeed catless exhaust, taking out the resonator, and also we tuned it as well. So this is kind of a, is it a custom tune, or
it's a little bit of a custom tune.
Okay.
But you know, the car performed amazing. It gained over 100 horsepower. We are on a stock P0 tires. It's street trim. It's exactly how the car will be driven by anybody normally. We didn't want to put drag radials. You know, again, the weather is awful. I mean, it's 87 degrees right now. Like,
it feels like 100.
It feels like 100.
And it's humid. But actually, it's nice to have a fresh day, because we're actually going to the car show later on. We got the Ford GT over there, which we're taking out to the show. And I think we're going to do some launch control testing later on the GT, some of the force performance tests. But nevertheless, let's concentrate on the McLaren here. You also changed out the wheels. These are the super light wheels, right?
These are the super lightweight wheels. We have also an MSO bumper.
So it's an OEM McLaren bumper from MSO?
It's
wow, that thing's freaking badass.
The whole thing.
So that's real carbon fiber down there. You got the canards on the car, look really cool.
So we got new canards over here. We also got the side skirts.
Side skirts.
These are the Darwin Pro side skirts. We haven't done much with the rear, but
no diffuser yet?
No diffuser yet. We're waiting for that. Kind of needs it though. Kind of needs a little bit more carbon back there.
Yeah, it's your last missing carbon bit right there, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
We should have took the one off my 12C, but that one's gone. So actually, the wheels are badass too. I mean, you had the I don't know. We had a weird name for your old wheels.
Yeah, we had an interesting. We also dropped the car.
Oh yeah, so you lowered the car.
Yeah, so the car actually has the air ride suspension. So right now it's dropped all the way to the bottom, but you can actually raise it up to the normal height, like riding height.
Just using the stock lift system?
Just the stock lift system, but it's the whole car lifts up, right?
I mean, that car's low. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very, very low. So even it's like an inch in the front, half an inch in the back.
Right.
You know, those springs, you know, really take a look at the car. But the car weighs 3250 as we weighed it at the track. Compared to your 12C, I think yours was 3115.
Yeah, something like that. So about 100 pounds.
Yeah, so about 100 pounds. Again, we wanted to keep, you know, we have the stock P0 Corsa tires. A lot of wheel spin. You'll see in the 60 foot, it was 1.8, 60 foot. The car still went 10.3 at 137 miles an hour.
All right, well, the car looks badass. Let's go ahead and give it a start up. Hear the full exhaust revs. And then we'll roll the dyno results and performance numbers. Really hear the turbos on that.
Yeah,
what a difference from stock, huh?
Yeah, night and day.
Drivability is good, still very smooth. Any droning going on?
No droning, no issues really. I mean, it drives like OEM. I mean, honestly, you couldn't even tell that the exhaust is there. So
no check engine lights, the Fabspeed tune, everything works together really well.
Perfect.
Right?
The car drives OEM. No issues. No check engine lights, and I do drive this car. I think I put over 3,000 miles on this car since we got the downpipes. So. No issues, no issues. I mean, it's a brainless update. I mean, you have to do it. You have to do it. The car's too quiet OEM.
Yeah, we saw this car beat what? The Performante.
Yep, OEM.
Some other things going on with some races we saw with this car.
Yeah.
Really fast car.
Absolutely OEM. The car. I mean, performed just at the level of the newer supercars, right? So. You know, it will be interesting to see a race against the 4GT at some point.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Or even the 720S.
Even the 720S. So the 720S, we know that it's definitely faster, way faster. I mean, it's at least 4 mile an hour faster than 720S than this. And the launch control is much better in the 720.
720S is a tough nut to crack.
Tough crack. It really is. It really is. But
all right, so enough talk. Let's roll into the dyno and performance results, and then we're going to regroup back and finish up this review of the Fabspeed Go Fast parts on the 12C Spider. So that wraps up our review of the Fabspeed parts on the McLaren MP4-12C. We got the catless downpipes, we got the tune, slightly modified exhaust. The car just sounds amazing, as you heard. You really got to hear it in person to appreciate the difference between stock and modified like this. Performance gains were great. 60 to 130 times dropped from 6.7 to 6.1. If you're familiar with that, that's a pretty good increase. That's quite a few car lengths in performance increase. Dyno results, it picked up over 70 horsepower to the wheels and a lot more torque. And at the track, it picked up 4 tenths, or actually 6 tenths in the quarter mile and 4 mile an hour track speed increases, which that's 4 to 6 car lengths right there. And you got to keep in mind, when we did the initial baseline testing, the weather was a lot better. So the testing we just did, the DA was much higher, weather wasn't as great, and it still picked up those gains. So when the weather cools off, we're going to take the car back out. I'm expecting basement 10s at probably 138, 139 miles an hour for the car when we take it back out. If you're interested in some Fabspeed parts, I'll put a link in the description. I've had their parts on my McLaren MP12C. We've done some work on Ferrari 458 with some exhaust work. Sounded amazing. And check them out if you're interested in some mods for, they do all sorts of cars. So check them out, link in the description. Thanks for watching. We got a lot more stuff coming. Make sure you subscribe for more.